This article over at USA Today talks about national myths and carefully cultivated myths. If you can be led to believe, and everyone is flawed, but that's not the perspective that progressives want you to view this. The founders were flawed. You're flawed. If perfection were required for elected office, nobody would be fit. But just because someone is flawed does not mean that they can do something that is good. We seem to forget that we live in a world with various shades of nuance. And not all of us, but some drive-bys and some of the far left. You can have anti-heroes. That's why that's like my favorite type of hero movie is the anti-hero. Because people are complex. And I think their superheroes should be too. There's no perfection out there. But the idea is that if you can be led to believe that the founders were too flawed to do anything great, then you can be led to believe by association that the founding of the United States of America is illegitimate because those who founded it were flawed. And it's amazing to see anybody who is a person of faith adopt this mentality because it denies wholly any idea of redemption, and it denies wholly any idea of reconciliation. But that's the faith of the far left. It is a religious devotion to authoritarianism and zero allowance for redemption or reconciliation. You have people in the street who are literally protesting for more government. They want more federal involvement in their lives. And for this piece at USA Today and honestly, it's just a bunch of like 30,000 foot view. Like I'm going to navel gaze about, I swear I'm like, did Beto O'Rourke write this? I just don't. Good heavens. And it's a myth. The greatness of America isn't a myth. And I've talked about this the other day. How I mentioned this last week, a friend of ours that we've gotten to know over the past couple of years through a local business in the area in which we live. And this individual immigrated legally to the United States, waited to bring her son and her husband over, and is now going into the Air Force and going to serve her country and create. She came over here knowing nobody, a woman coming over here knowing nobody, knew not a soul, but wanted to carve out a better life and is doing just that. And I'm like, that is the greatness of America. That is the e pluribus unum. That is that animating spirit of liberty. That is the thing that takes an idea from flawed people and makes it into something awesome. It's that. I've always said God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called. This is an example of this. It is that animating spirit of liberty within each individual American that takes an idea from flawed people and makes it something that is so awesome that it is a beacon to every other nation on this planet. That is the target.